Is Resident Evil 2 the perfect remake? The game promises survival horror, action, and suspense. From running through the streets of a flaming raccoon city, sidestepping Mr. X's relentless pursuit, to trying not to make a sound when liquor's on near, I was on the edge of my seat from beginning to end. I loved every second of it, and here's why. CapCom announced Resident Evil Requiem at Summer Game Fest back in June, and it looked horrifying, which is good. So I thought it was about time I played the preceding games myself. Resident Evil 2 Remake launched in January 2019, rebuilding the classic 1998 survival horror on Capcom's powerful RE engine. The core story, a viral outbreak in Raccoon City, is retold in stunning detail. You play as two protagonists, rookie cop Leon Kennedy and college student Claire Redfield, in separate but intertwined campaigns. Each campaign offers different perspectives, side characters, and story beats. As Capcom notes, each character's unique perspective weaves together to tell a complete tale. In other words, to get the full ending, you have to play through both Leon and Claire's stories. Visually, the remake is stunning. The RE engine makes Leon and Claire feel modern and expressive, while still staying true to the original look. The enemy design is equally strong, from standard zombies that still feel threatening, to lickers that punish any sound, Mr. X who stalks you relentlessly, and the grotesque final boss. Environments are highly detailed. The gothic RPD halls, the labs, and even the grimy sewers. Though these sewers feel a little too big at times, exploration is a joy and also tense because darkness dominates the world. It was so dark I actually had to adjust my monitor brightness. It adds atmosphere, but occasionally got in the way of gameplay. But the real star? The sound design. There's no constant music, just silence, drips of water, the hum of an empty hallway, and that makes the horror more immersive. Every audio cue tells a story. You'll hear groans or footfalls off screen that cue you in on danger before you see it. And then there's Mr. X's signature stomping. His heavy footsteps echoing closer and closer might be one of the most anxiety-inducing sounds in gaming. This meticulous sound work shows respect to horror fans who know that what you hear can scare you even more than what you see. At its core, this is a third-person shooter. Combat is simple. Aim and shoot. But it's survival horror, so every bullet matters. Leon and Claire each have unique weapons, and you'll often craft ammo from gunpowder because supplies are scarce. Exploration and puzzles are just as important as combat. These moments break up the action while keeping the tension high. The story is linear enough that you'll never lost, but optional items and puzzles can make later sections much easier. Inventory management is critical. You start with very limited space, and bigger items take up multiple slots. You'll constantly be deciding what to keep on hand and what to leave in a safe room. Survival means resource management. Healing items, ammo, and weapons are never guaranteed. Running out before a boss fight or in the middle of a zombie mob is a lesson you only need to learn once. For someone new to the franchise, the narrative held together well. The outbreak is straightforward and depicted with intensity. There's alarms blaring, corpses are piling up in the police station, and there are scattered letters everywhere revealing secrets. Leon is a fresh-faced, determined cop thrown into chaos, while Claire is resourceful and caring. We see her immediate concern for young Sherry Birkin. Ada Wong adds mystery and charm with her in-and-out alley vibe. The stories feel cinematic thanks to the excellent voice acting. Leon and Claire react and even swear like real people in danger. In fact, the new voice performances make these characters feel human rather than stiff game avatars. We hear them scream, curse, and encourage each other with genuine fear in their voices. Supporting characters add variety. Ada Wong's section feels a little underwhelming, short and disconnected from the main arc, while Sherry Birkin's storyline is more compelling, directly tied to the plot, and emotionally rewarding. The pacing balances intensity and downtime. At times you're sprinting from danger, and at others you're allowed to slow down, explore, and soak in the atmosphere. It's a mystery you're constantly trying to piece together. Who's responsible, what's happening, and how you'll survive. My first playthrough as Leon A took about 12 hours. Then I jumped into Claire B, which adds new areas and plot details, effectively doubling the playtime. Runs get faster as you grow more familiar, but each one mixes things up enough to keep it interesting. Finishing the 2 main runs unlocks bonus content like Hunk's 4th survival mode, which adds even more replay value. On top of that, your runs are graded, so you're motivated to improve, whether that's by finishing faster or saving fewer times. The core game will mostly repeat the same environments on a second run of the same character. For instance, you played Leon A and now you're playing Leon B. In short, the remake isn't an open-ended action game. Its replay loop is about running through the story again under new constraints, speedrunning, and chasing 100% completion. The remake has many strengths: masterful sound design, strong character performances and development, a balance of action, survival, and horror elements that keep the tensions high, and high replay value. However, it does have a few weaknesses, and this is me really nitpicking. Ada's section feels rushed and less meaningful than Sherry's. Certain maps like the sewers feel too large and tedious, stretching out the pacing, and the extreme darkness of some of the environments can hamper gameplay. Overall, Resident Evil 2 Remake is a masterclass on how to modernize a classic while staying true to its roots. CapCom has delivered a survival horror experience that respects longtime fans while still being accessible to newcomers. It's tense, atmospheric, and endlessly replayable, and it had me hooked from start to finish.